So there is not one area of activity which the Prime Minister has left unattended. I draw your attention before I close to the way in which Padma Awards are being given in this country. Earlier, people who had some connection with people in Delhi, people who had some connection with people who were in power, managed to get Padma this year, but just Padma Shri. After a few years, Padma Bhushan. Again, after a few years, Padma Vibhushan. And that cycle kept on happening. But now, under Prime Minister Modi, there is a committee of good people sitting and seeing all over the country. Who are those people who we don't even know? For all you know, that person is living in my neighborhood. We don't even know about them. But they're doing brilliant, selfless work. And should they not be recognized? Only such people have received Padma Awards in the last 8-9 years. We are coming to know such wonderful people who did not get one penny of benefit from the government, but dug a road, laid a pathway from the village because his wife couldn't get timely medical attention. He says, that halat should not be affecting others in the village, so I'll lay the road. And the rest of the village benefits from that good deed. Does that person need to be recognized or not? PM says, yes, you should recognize, get them from wherever they are and give them a Padma Award. So it's become a people's award. A mindset change again. Recognize even those people who you wouldn't even recognize in your own neighborhood, but for the brilliant work that they've done. So India is now a country which believes in its own strength. Even if it believed earlier, there was no recognition for it. So there can immediately be voices from opposition parties saying, oh, what, 2014 only onwards that you have belief in yourself? No. Belief and recognition. Belief and trust. Belief and facilitation. Belief and responding to people. These are the kind of mindset changes which are so required for a young nation to move forward with hope. And that's what Prime Minister Modi offers. And without taking more time, I appeal to you all at this juncture. The data is there before you. You can always test it. But unless we understand that leadership matters, unless we understand core ethical values of being clean, of being dedicated, of wanting to serve the country, you're not going to have earnest attempt at building India. And it is that earnest attempt which should appeal to the young. Your ideology, when you're young, your ideology should be, that's the kind of leadership that will take India forward. That is why at the beginning I spoke about freedom movement, the kind of people we kept ourselves before and said, oh, these are the kind of people we should become. We should take this country forward, so we should be there. Now you can see that happening with Prime Minister Modi. And therefore, my humble appeal to you is data can prove so many things. But the intent of the person, the seva bhav of the person, the dedication of the person, and the way in which he has shown in the last few years as to how the entire country can be taken together. You can be in rural areas, you can just be a farmer cultivating small grains, or you can be a person just doing one little artwork in your village, or you can just be doing very little of your family's trade, but remembering a cause for the village. All of them have been given a role, recognition, and appreciation. India needs this and many more of such. And that is why my humble appeal is look at what has happened in the last 8-9 years. Ideally, look at what should be happening in the next several years. give stability to this country. We don't want uncertainties, morning, afternoon, evening, this person is getting out of the government, that person is corrupt, a third person is having a, challenge to the existing leadership. We don't want any of these horse trading nonsense. We need a stable government so that all your and all our futures are ensured, so that India can be a completely developed country, so that you don't have to go through what all of us have gone through. Waiting in queues for gas cylinder, waiting for more than 1.5, 2 years even to get a small scooter. I was in JNU at that time as a student. I know the first time Piaggio, an Italian scooter company, had come to India. Scooters used to be produced by them. They said this will be out in the market from November this year. People had to pay advance money, book it, and wait for 10 months to get a scooter. India's changed today. We don't want to go back to that era. We need to move fast. So my humble appeal, young minds, have a look at what's happened the last 9 years at all levels. Look at the leadership which is so dedicated for putting India's interest first. And we need a steady, strong leadership to make that possible for all of us, that by 2047, you, the young of India today, will have an India you can be proud of. Thank you very much.